And good morning, welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner on Tuesday, the 16th of September. Morning, Ollie.
Hi, Andrew. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're good. Good. It was a nice win behind on the cycle ride in this morning, but not so good last night, cycling into it. But there you go. Right. Relatively quiet in the UK, I think, for mining news today. Gold is still very, very strong at 36.88. Could we be breaking through 3,700 today? I think if we do that, people really are going to start thinking that $4,000 gold is a potential. We obviously think that it's definitely a potential. I certainly think we're actually heading towards 5,000, not overnight. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's coming, and of course that will drag up the silver price as well. Silver trading at 42.70 at the moment, and again, I think over the next couple of years we'll see that at 70. But we are in a commodity bull market. Not all of them are moving yet, but they're going to. Anyway, let's just. What news you got this morning, Ollie?
We mentioned uranium yesterday briefly, and actually the US Energy Secretary obviously listened to the podcast as he made an announcement last night that the US needs to start building reserves of uranium. Currently, the US only has about 14 months strategic inventory, whereas the Chinese have about 12 years. So the uranium stocks are moving up pretty strongly as a result of that. I think Paladin in Australia is already in a trading halt to raise money. But where better to look than Wyoming, the US' largest producing state at the moment, where our client Myriad Uranium is just waiting for its last few assays from last year's exploration program before it gets going on 2025 work.
Yeah, I mean, we like Myriad a lot, and I think you're right. Also, F3 uranium is one that we quite like. Myriad actually has come right off its highs. I mean, it's down at 27 cents. It's been as high as 60 cents, so plenty of upside there. The uranium price itself still sort of sitting around $70. I mean, maybe it's because China's got 12 years worth of stockpile that there is no, people feel, well, they're not going to come charging in and suddenly buy up all the uranium. So maybe that's the reason why the price is fairly flat. But again, commodities bull market, everything is going to go up. What else you got, Ollie?
On the copper side, there's an announcement from Anglo American this morning. They have announced their joint mine plan with private company Codelco, which will unlock 120,000 tonnes a year, but only from 2030. That's if their existing mines or sponsors. So it just shows you how difficult it is to get new copper into the marketplace when the largest companies like that are going to take 5 years to put a relatively small amount of additional copper into the market.
Again, copper's a commodity that we like. It is slowly, just very slowly, quietly creeping up, actually. It's gone through certain hurdles that are very positive. So, yeah, we'd still be bullish of copper. Any other news, Ollie, this morning?
Not really. There's a few bits in London, but generally it's all quite small stuff.
Yep, it's all quite quiet. We do, of course, have next month, middle of October, LME week. That always gets things exciting, so people can start to look forward to that. But on that note, we'll call it a day, make it a short one. That's good. We'll be back again tomorrow.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.